Welcome to the Power Curve, where we delve into the nexus of geopolitics, world affairs, and business case studies. In today's episode, we confront a pivotal question that reverberates across the global stage: the future of NATO security alliances in a fragmenting world. As the geopolitical landscape undergoes seismic shifts and traditional alliances face unprecedented challenges, NATO finds itself at a crossroads, navigating a landscape fraught with uncertainty and complexity. Join us as we dissect the intricacies of NATO's evolving role in an increasingly fragmented world, exploring the challenges, opportunities, and consequences that lie ahead. From the resurgence of great power competition to internal divisions within the alliance, we delve deep into the heart of one of the most pressing issues of our time. So buckle up as we embark on a journey through the tumultuous terrain of international relations, where the future hangs in the balance, and the decisions we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. Welcome to the Power Curve. Challenges facing NATO in the modern geopolitical landscape. NATO, once the cornerstone of Western security, now finds itself navigating a treacherous landscape riddled with multifaceted challenges. From the resurgence of authoritarian regimes to the proliferation of non-state actors, the alliance confronts threats that transcend traditional boundaries. The fragmenting world and implications for NATO. As the world fractures along political, economic, and ideological fault lines, NATO grapples with the repercussions. The rise of populism, coupled with the erosion of multilateralism, undermines the unity that has long been NATO's strength. Moreover, the resurgence of great power competition amplifies the urgency for collective action, even as internal divisions threaten to weaken the alliance from within. Factors influencing NATO's future trajectory. In charting its course forward, NATO must reckon with a confluence of factors that shape its strategic calculus. Technological advancements, from artificial intelligence to autonomous weapons systems, introduce new dimensions of warfare, demanding innovative responses. Demographic shifts and environmental degradation further compound the complexity of the security landscape, necessitating a holistic approach to risk assessment and mitigation. Adapting to emerging security threats. In an era defined by asymmetrical warfare and hybrid threats, NATO confronts adversaries that operate in the shadows, exploiting vulnerabilities with unprecedented precision. From cyber attacks targeting critical infrastructure to disinformation campaigns aimed at sowing discord, the alliance faces a formidable adversary in the digital domain. To remain relevant, NATO must evolve its capabilities, embracing cutting-edge technologies while fortifying its defenses against emerging threats. Navigating internal divisions. Even as NATO confronts external challenges, internal divisions threaten to undermine its cohesion and effectiveness. Divergent strategic priorities among member states, exacerbated by political polarization and shifting alliances, hamper consensus-building efforts and impede collective action. Yet, amidst discord, lies an opportunity for renewal, a chance to reaffirm the shared values and common purpose that bind the alliance together in times of adversity. The impact of geopolitical shifts. Against the backdrop of a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape, NATO finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with the consequences of power shifts and strategic realignments. The resurgence of Russia, emboldened by its assertive foreign policy and military adventurism, presents a direct challenge to the alliance's eastern flank. Meanwhile, China's ascent as a global superpower introduces a new dynamic to the geopolitical equation, reshaping the contours of international relations and testing NATO's resolve in the Indo-Pacific region. Competing visions for the future of NATO. Within the alliance, divergent visions for the future vie for supremacy, reflecting the competing interests and strategic imperatives of member states. From calls for greater burden sharing to debates over the scope of NATO's mission, tensions simmer beneath the surface, threatening to fracture the unity that underpins the alliance's collective defense posture. Yet, amid the cacophony of discord, a common thread emerges: a shared commitment to safeguarding the principles of democracy, freedom, and collective security. The consequences of inaction. As NATO contemplates its future trajectory, the stakes could not be higher. Failure to adapt to the evolving security landscape risks relegating the alliance to irrelevance, leaving a void that adversaries are all too eager to exploit. The consequences of inaction are profound, reverberating far beyond the confines of the transatlantic alliance. Yet, in the face of uncertainty, lies an opportunity for renewal, a chance to reaffirm NATO's role as a bulwark against tyranny and a beacon of hope in a turbulent world. Addressing non-traditional security threats. In the digital age, the battlefield extends beyond conventional warfare, encompassing virtual realms where the lines between friend and foe blur. Cyber warfare, once relegated to the realm of science fiction, now poses a tangible threat to NATO's security architecture, exploiting vulnerabilities in interconnected systems with devastating consequences. Likewise, the specter of terrorism looms large, fueled by extremist ideologies that transcend borders and defy traditional notions of state sovereignty. To counter these non-traditional security threats, NATO must adapt its strategies, leveraging technological innovation and intelligence-sharing mechanisms to stay one step ahead of the adversary. Reinventing collective defense in a fragmenting world. Amidst the chaos of a fragmenting world, NATO faces an existential reckoning, challenging the very foundations upon which the alliance was built. Yet in adversity lies opportunity, a chance to reinvent collective defense for the 21st century, embracing agility and resilience in the face of uncertainty. By fostering greater cooperation with partners and allies outside the traditional Euro-Atlantic sphere, NATO can expand its reach and enhance its capacity to address global challenges. Moreover, by reaffirming its commitment to democratic values and human rights, NATO can serve as a beacon of hope in a world rife with uncertainty and strife. Mobilizing public support for NATO's mission. As NATO embarks on a journey of transformation, it must not overlook the importance of public support in sustaining its mission over the long term. In an era of disinformation and distrust, the alliance must engage in proactive outreach efforts, fostering dialogue and transparency to build trust with citizens. By highlighting the tangible benefits of collective security and emphasizing the shared values that underpin NATO's mission, the alliance can galvanize public support and ensure its relevance in the years to come. Charting a path forward, unity in diversity. In the final analysis, the future of NATO hinges on its ability to embrace unity and diversity, to harness the collective strength of its member states while respecting the unique perspectives and priorities of each individual nation. By forging consensus through dialogue and compromise, NATO can overcome internal divisions and confront external challenges with confidence and resolve. As the alliance navigates the uncertain waters ahead, let us remember that the true measure of NATO's success lies not in its ability to weather storms, but in its capacity to emerge stronger and more resilient in the face of adversity. The role of emerging technologies. In an era defined by rapid technological advancement, NATO must confront the dual-edged sword of innovation and vulnerability. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and biotechnology promise to revolutionize warfare, offering unparalleled capabilities to those who wield them. However, these same technologies also present new avenues for exploitation and disruption, challenging NATO to adapt its strategies and defenses accordingly. By investing in research and development, fostering collaboration with industry partners, and establishing robust cybersecurity protocols, NATO can harness the power of technology while mitigating the risks posed by its proliferation. Strengthening resilience in the face of hybrid threats. Hybrid warfare, characterized by the blending of conventional and unconventional tactics, poses a formidable challenge to NATO's security architecture. From disinformation campaigns aimed at undermining public trust to clandestine operations targeting critical infrastructure, hybrid threats exploit vulnerabilities with surgical precision, testing the resilience of the alliance's defenses. To counter this evolving threat landscape, NATO must adopt a comprehensive approach that integrates military, diplomatic, and economic instruments of power. By bolstering resilience at the national and collective levels, NATO can enhance its capacity to withstand and deter hybrid aggression, safeguarding the stability and security of the Euro-Atlantic community. Building partnerships for global security. In an interconnected world, no single nation or alliance can address the myriad challenges of the 21st century alone. Recognizing this reality, NATO has sought to deepen its partnerships with like-minded countries and organizations, forging alliances based on shared values and mutual interests. From the Partnership for Peace program in Eastern Europe to the Mediterranean Dialogue and Istanbul Cooperation Initiative in the Middle East, NATO has expanded its reach and influence beyond the confines of the Euro-Atlantic region, projecting stability and promoting cooperation on a global scale. By building bridges with partners old and new, NATO can amplify its impact and extend its reach, advancing the cause of peace and security for all. The imperative of strategic communication. In the age of information warfare, perception often shapes reality, and narratives can be as potent as bullets on the battlefield. Recognizing the importance of strategic communication, NATO has made concerted efforts to enhance its messaging and outreach capabilities, countering disinformation and propaganda with facts and truth. Through initiatives such as the NATO Strategic Communications Center of Excellence and the Rapid Response Team for Countering Hybrid Threats, the alliance seeks to bolster resilience against malign influence and foster greater public awareness of its mission and values. By engaging proactively with audiences both at home and abroad, NATO can strengthen solidarity and build trust, ensuring its relevance and effectiveness in an increasingly contested information space. In closing, the Power Curve explores the challenges facing NATO in today's uncertain world. From hybrid threats to emerging technologies, the alliance navigates a complex landscape. Yet, amid the turmoil, unity remains NATO's strength. Join us on this journey, subscribe, like, and comment to engage with our community. Together, let's shape a future of peace and security.